Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's get into your psychic tarot reading for today. We're just going to get right into it, baby. Excuse me. We're just going to get right into it. Okay, we're going to go with an animal spirit card first, and then we're going to get into the tarot. Okay, we got rabbits in the house. Whoa, rabbits in the house. This is a talking card or a not talking card. Let's see here. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed, frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and when we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice that your thoughts and words, O rabbit, they shape your destiny. When in balance, this is sensitive problem solver and a great listener. When out of balance, this is an over-explainer and talks too fast. To bring this into balance, a day of silence. My goodness, people. Okay, so that's going to resonate. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to see if Spirit wants you to know anything else along with that. Okay? And maybe start to watch. Start to listen to your words. Now, I'm listening to my words as I talk to you to see if I'm talking too fast. Maybe I am. But we'll see. Maybe I need a day of silence as well. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's get you a Moonology card as well. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. You might be fourth dimensional. That's what I'm picking up on here. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Yes, 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 yes. So notice the subtleties, ladies and gentlemen. Notice the subtleties right now. Spirit is in your face. 222. In your face, but not really in your face. More like subtly, like hidden in plain sight. This is a blessing in disguise in front of you. So if you are only looking at the surface of things right now and only talking about the surface of things, you may not notice what is right in front of you. Now I'm like watching my cadence right now, but so maybe slow down, slow down the speaking, especially if you feel like you are obligated to talk to somebody. First of all, you're not obligated to talk to anybody for any reason, even if societally it looks like you're being a meanie butt or a noodlehead or whatever. It doesn't matter how you're perceived by anybody else, okay? You know that you are taking a vow of silence, that you are paying attention to yourself, that you are showing yourself love by, continuing on your way and only giving attention to the things that you really truly feel drawn to. Okay, it's an act of self-love. So just keep it, stay within yourself, even if you're walking outside, even if you're, at the grocery store. Don't fret about, like a fool, as they say in the Tao Te Ching. Stay within yourself. Keep your awareness here. Luck is on your side. Now, what I think is this is fourth dimensional energy, which means if you get a thought and you put attention on a thought, if it's good, it's going way up. If it's bad, it's going way down. Okay, so fourth dimension is a pretty trifling place if you're not very... You have to be very keen about what you're thinking and saying when you're in the fourth dimension or when you're sitting in the fourth dimension. Another thing that can help you is having a very strong heart coherence. So just being aware of your chest, being aware of your heart, and breathing into that center as much as you can. Okay, because if your heart is coherent and you're in the fourth dimension, you'll very quickly move up to the fifth dimension, which is heaven on earth. Okay. And another thing that can help that is thinking positive thoughts, making lists of positive aspects. making lists of things that you're grateful for. Maybe just one or two or three things, and then make reasons why you're grateful for those things. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful for the sun because it shines and gives me vitamin D. I'm grateful for it because it shows me that happiness is through the window. I'm grateful because it lights up my room. If you just do this process and just continue with these positive processes, Spirit is definitely going to be able to uplift you and bring you through whatever this is, this fourth dimensional reality. Now, that might mean that you have to stop the current momentum that you're on, which could be moving at 100 miles per hour. But the only way to stop that momentum is to take a day off of talking, of doing, of making things happen. Go to your bed, lie down, and go to sleep for a whole day. Right? If you can, if it's impossible for you to do that, write in big fat letters on your chest, I am taking a vow of silence today for spiritual purposes. And I'm sure many people will understand, especially nowadays. Okay, golden opportunity, Yamanya. This gives me double clarification that you're in the fourth dimension or you're a fourth dimension operator right now. Because when you're in that fourth dimension, oh boy, you can really timeline shift. You can timeline jump. You can hop. You can quantum shift. You can really change up your reality very, very quickly. But it goes both ways, okay? So that is why this rabbit is coming out. It's a forewarning from Spirit. Excuse me. All right. Alrighty then. Alrighty, matey. Let's get into your reading now. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and Knight of Pentacles upright. Again, the message here is about finances. The message here is about achievements, finances, things that you're doing in the physical world, things that you think that you're creating or you are creating or whatever it is. Again, there's a whole bunch of active vibrations going on, a whole bunch of marbles that aren't serving you. Okay? And that's okay. That's okay. Those marbles are always going to be in the bag, okay? But we don't want to add any more marbles of that nature to that bag. What we want to do is we want to focus on one big marble or, one big type of marble and just continue putting that type of marble in the bag. And we want that marble to be the good marble. Knight of Pentacles energy is it's like the man who builds the brick wall brick by brick, day by day. He says to himself that he will build one brick. He will put one brick on that wall every day. And so each and every day he goes to the wall, he rubs the cement, or he does he puts the cement down or whatever, however practically you would do that. And then he puts one brick on the wall. And in a year or 2 years, the wall gets built, okay? Whereas you have others who will put 10 bricks down in one day. And then the next day, none. Next day, none. Next day, none. Next day, 5. Next day, none. Next day, none. Next day, 10. Next day, none. Next day, 10. And so Spirit is wanting you to shift, oh my goodness, excuse me, shift your energy into a more wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, not wibbly, out of this wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, all over the place ness, and into a more consistent action taken every day. Because as you shift into this consistency, you give yourself a structure to stand on. And now that you have a structure to stand on, you can dance. Okay, you can dance on that structure. It's just that you may be trying to dance with no structure. And it's dancing is fun, but dancing without a structure is not fun. It's very not fun at all. It's like Shiva. Shiva is the divine masculine. But without being grounded, Shiva is like a storm, chaos. But with the grounding, the chaos is like an enchanted forest. It's very enchanted. It's very beautiful. So get that grounding. How do you get that grounding? Hold your tongue when you're talking to people. Hold it. Listen, wait. Hear them out. See what they have to say. See what Spirit has to say about what they had to say. Think about it. Don't think about it. Sit in silence. Because when it needs to talk, when you have something to say, it will talk all by itself. Okay? It speaks all by itself. You don't got to do it. You don't got to make it happen. It will talk all by itself. Just listen. Allow it to come in. Okay? Queen of Cups upright. And here we go. So we have a very reliable person right here. Conservative, reliable, good with people. Maybe even hides their emotions. You might hide your emotions, but you might hide good emotions. And I just talked about this in another reading of mine. But this is the Queen of Cups. Okay? She's very fluid. She's involved in her community. She's involved in the world as well. She knows about current events. She sees what's going on in the world, but she doesn't allow it to sway her in any different direction. She stays focused on who she is and what her relationships mean to her. And she stays focused on what she wants long term. Okay, and I'm feeling like this Queen of Cups is you. And what about you here? Ooh, Seven of Swords in reverse. Empress in reverse. Wow. Wow, Tower coming out, guys. Tower coming out. So, okay, so there's somebody here. This could be somebody. This also could be you trying to get away with something that you're not going to get away with. But I really feel like this is somebody else. This is an Empress in reverse energy around you. And this might be why you're being asked to be silent. There's like... there's pretty shifty or shady energy around you. It's an Empress in reverse. It's a woman. And she's trying to get away with something, but it's like she's not going to be able to get away with it, whatever it is. It's like she likes to smear people, or she's like all about herself, so she likes to manipulate others. The Tower upright here. She's getting taken out of your life or existence. And this doesn't have to be a woman, but this is feminine energy. This is negative, dark feminine energy here. The Shadow here. King of Cups upright. Queen of Cups, King of Cups upright. The Tower. You are working together with a loved one. But there's like somebody trying to impede on your relationship as well as on your development in general. It's like they know you're in your fourth dimensional state, so they know that if they get you into a place of high emotion, that you're going to go right down the slide and not be able to get back up. And they're trying to get away with it. Like they know this stuff, but they're like playing like they don't or something like that. The Empress in reverse here. But the Tower's coming, so that's a good sign for you in this King of Cups upright. Okay, you have a very stable man, reliable man, who's good with his emotions, good with his community. He stays stable in storms. He doesn't allow it to affect him too much, okay? But he stays a little bit more separated from the world than the Queen of Cups, and a little bit less focused on relationships and more focused on his purpose, okay? So you have this masculine figure, you have this feminine figure, and then you have this Empress. Tell me more about this Empress in reverse. Is there anything else I can tell you about them? King of Wands upright. I mean, they see you as somebody who is a threat to them. They see you as somebody who is really, about their business. And you may even be competition for them in some way. They may see you as that. The Lovers upright. They're also noticing... This Empress in reverse is noticing you and this King of Cups, the relationship that you have, the amount of love that you have within you. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, like the love. The love is felt. Like it's felt and it's received and it's wanted. You got something that's special and people want it. People want it. This Empress especially wants it from you. Why? Justice in reverse. Yeah, it's undue. It's undue. 5 of Pentacles on the bottom. It's like this person wants to siphon this energy out of you, wants to get it out of you, wants you to come in and save the day for them. And it's like they have this expectation of you to do that for them. And it's just unjust. It's unjust. They want to steal your blessings from you rather than get their own blessings. And that's never going to work for anybody. It's like if they were to focus on themselves and focus on their own blessings and focus on their own manifestations, they would easily manifest what they want. But they're focused more on your manifestations, which is an injustice. It's out of balance. And why is this coming up for you? Well, first of all, I'm seeing that it's coming up to show you contrast, to show you how powerful your connection that you have right now is. It's also coming in, like being shown to you, for what reason here? The Tower, the High Priestess, upright. This is something that you had to deal with a lot growing up. This is something that you've dealt with a lot. And this is something that Spirit is wanting to really nail in so that you don't have to deal with it ever again. They're wanting to show you what these people are like, what they act like, and why it's important for you to keep an arm's length away from this type of person. Okay, this Empress in reverse energy. What else is going on with this? The world. Another thing that this is doing is it's your entrance into the world. Okay, a lot of times it's not what you add into your character that makes you start to like blow up and shine and glow and really come up. It is what you take away. And sometimes it's the people that you take out of your life. Sometimes it's the habits that you stop doing. Not the habits that you start doing, but the habits that you stop doing. That really improves your life the most. The world is telling me abundant blessings, abundant boons. Like all of this is really blessings in disguises. This Empress in reverse is really here to serve you. And they're not going to get away with what they're trying to get away with anyways. So you have nothing to worry about. And like I'm feeling like you're realizing that as we're talking about this, you have really nothing to worry about here. The world is on your side. As soon as you come out into the world, you will be captivating and captivated by the things around you. Very, very beautiful reading here. Any other messages from Spirit to you? The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts toward what you want. To be adept at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you most want and then giving that your undivided attention. There's a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results that mere action can provide. Again, Thoughts create your world. Thoughts create your world. I'm the developing skill to direct my thoughts. Where you direct your thoughts is where you're going to create. And you've been directing your thoughts towards a loving relationship, towards justice, towards things that are no longer serving you, leaving your existence. And so with the rabbit being out here, you really don't have to direct any more thoughts. You've said your piece. Now all you have to do is get into the allowing mode. And what does that look like? That looks like just taking a vow of silence, focusing on yourself, maybe even going to bed, napping, taking a bath, stopping working a little bit, maybe taking some days off. There you go. Hanged man, taking a couple days off so that you can reassess, revitalize, changing up your routine. Anything like that will help you. Okay, anything like that. One last thing, boundaries. Boundaries are huge as well, because when you're taking this vow of silence, that itself is a boundary. It's saying, I'm not going to talk. Make sure that you set boundaries in a way that you are going to enforce, okay? Make sure you set boundaries that you will enforce. Don't set boundaries and then don't enforce them. Enforce the boundaries that you set. And even if temporarily that person, whoever it is, may feel something about your boundary, later on, I bet you they'll thank you for setting it, okay? And if they truly do appreciate you and want you as a friend, they will thank you for setting your boundaries. Okay. That's where I'm going to leave the reading, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. Love you guys.